609 hours. And if you refresh, if it doesn't restart. So, 609 hours played. And cell phone beeps. Ooh, people sending me messages. Come on. Tell me the messages. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing. Okay. Nothing important. And 10 apps updatable. We are ready to go. Let's start this thing up again. Okay, where is everybody? That's there, the truck. Let's go back to there. Okay. So biogas plant is doing its thing. We need to empty that. That's halfway out of the shed, so did we feed the sheep or not? We have not moved the bales, we have not done that. Okay, we were just at the beginning of feeding the sheep again. So let's go do that. So what are we talking about? Yes, recent mods in 19 are having that problem. Mods in 17 were generally a little bit more stable. But you'll still see that when I pull that flatbed up against a stack of bales, they do dance a little bit. So, I'll take this over here again. Hopefully none of the sheep escaped. We only have 155 of them. There we go. And I probably won't make as nearly as good a run on the wall as we did last time. This is another very nice tractor I discovered right at the end, just before the weekend before Farm Sim 19 came out. It competes very favourably with the little Massey Ferguson 5600, 5700, whatever it is, and the Fendt 300. But because it's a Hurleman, nobody really seems to use it, because it's a Hurleman, and you have the base game really crappy tractor. What is it? You have this thing here, which 88 horsepower. Not a great tractor if you want something flexible. It's good for small farms, but this one is a nice little modern tractor. We need to shut those gates as well. So I'll do that. I'll jump out. Go and shut the gate. Okay. And get out of the way. Lift that off the ground so it doesn't ground out. Now, the other thing is this farm would need a lot of work to function well with 19. Or you do like Oxygen David does, just don't allow the yards to be edited. You just place all the buildings and that's what you get. Oh, biogas income is done. Okay, jump around the back, we should be able to go there. So how much is in there now? 21,000. So we will jump in here and take this back to the main yard, or the big cow yard, cow farm thing. Ugh. As I said, easier to drive it from inside. And weep. Now the other issue, the AR frame system is not available in 19, which is a shame because I do like this setup. So I'm probably going to end up using either hook lift equipment or dedicated trucks. Which means I'm kind of going to need a bigger, what is it? A map with bigger roads that I can drive along. Okay, so we're now back to there. I'm going to save it again. And we can now jump back to this truck here. And we'll go and start doing the bale thing again. Oh, tight turn. Yes. Now I do have a couple of trailer sheet units on the right side of that shed there, and more of these frames, so I could run a truck and trailer setup. Running around on the farm, I'm really not going to bother, because it's easier to be accurate with just the truck. I'll use the trailer when I'm taking it to sale. Actually, that's an interesting point now. Because the digestate tank is full, I could look to see where silage bales will sell for the best, because it's not like I need to take them to the BGA, because there's no additional benefit other than just making money. And I can probably do that at the barn too, or whatever it's called on this map. So, drop that there. But we've got so many animals that I have this big manure spreader as well, which we started using about a year ago. I only create enough manure between the pigs and cows for probably one field. And last year I think I used up manure on most of the fields, and then had to supplement with a little bit of not digestate, slurry along the edges. But with the amount of animals we have, it really doesn't take long to make more. Two left. Okay, this is where we crashed last time, and we're going. So yeah, for some reason the game just locked up, and all I was getting was truck noise and no controls. I couldn't alt tab to any other window that was open. Task Manager, while I could open it, I couldn't get to it. But at least with the Alt Control Delete menu, you can access the shutdown button. So I had to do a hard reset. A little bit more, and that should. Ooh, that was a little bit close. How are we doing there? Oh, that still looks like it's doing its thing. Now, for most of the slurry and digestate spreading, I will usually put it on a worker and have the worker load directly from somewhere, the pig slurry tank, the BGA digestate tank, whatever. I'll set up a truck with a pair of tanks on it to ship, because when the worker's finished, there's usually bits on the field it hasn't coped with well, and that just gives me the ability to refill the equipment. Come on, you're just going to hang there, aren't you? There we go. And one more, thanks. But that means I don't have to just sit there running between the BGA and a field with a pair of digestate tanks filling up the worker doing the job. I can get off and do something else while the worker's doing what it needs to. And you know, you see the shapes of some of these fields, they're not exactly square. The worker always misses a little bit. So right at the end I have to come in and finish it off, and I still need a supply of digestate or slurry on hand so that I don't have to go anywhere else while I'm just finishing off the job. Okay. There, that, there, and it's J, yeah. This is where it's easier to oh, that's not even okay. It's more difficult to do this with a trailer, which is why I'm just running the truck on its own right now. J there. Okay. Get that as square as we can. Move that laterally. This was one of the very first auto load units I used in Farm Sim 17, which gave you the ability to stack and adjust inwards and outwards on the unload point. Up until this point, when I started using this, all the auto-load trailers were basically just unload left, unload right, unload back, or unload on the bed. And yeah, you didn't have any fine controls about where to drop. You had to maneuver the equipment very carefully. Okay, it's back on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and some more. Oh, and they're falling over, or not. We'll find out when we come back. The problem with stacking with this high is the poor little Valtra is not going to be able to reach the bales on top. Not that that's a problem, because the bale forks that I use are also auto-load even. Okay. So line that up. Raise it up. That'll do nicely. Drive forwards to back a bit. You can see the bales dancing. Donk! Oh, don't fall over, don't fall over, don't fall over. Seriously, that's nice. Awesome stuff. Out and go and get some more. Let's have a look at that. The dust has settled. So, nope, the dust hasn't settled. I was too far away. How are we doing then? Oh, near enough done, so. Okay, so haul up back up to the BGA and we can jump back to the yellow truck and continue with the bale moving. And we've got something in the region of about 190 bales, I think. Might be more. Okay. And make the gauntlet run between the crossroad. Yahoo! And try not to hit the oncoming truck. Also a good plan. Okay. That's good enough. And we can jump out and go find our other truck. Should be right there. I don't think I can stack them 3 high. The other thing I use this truck for is stacking bales in sheds, because while I do have the auto stack trailer. Our Q's in, I think it is, which is how all these piles were stacked. The sheds on this map are too low for it, so you end up making a royal mess of everything. Huh. Okay. There we go. Now they fell over. Yeah. And the rest are floating. So I prefer to use the collection, the regular collection wagons, and just use these for shipping. Okay, we're still making money. Go and unload. Don't fall over. Someone's doing something outside. Probably the neighbour with his tractor. Got some little 40 horsepower tractor, and he likes to show it off to the neighbours and then charge them for him to use it to clear snow and stuff like that. And 3, 4, 2 more, and then we'll run up to this one and force it to obey the laws of gravity. Unfortunately, I can't get another big tipper to put on this truck because it doesn't have the fifth wheel that the blue truck has. This was part of the original AR frame pack. The blue trailer, or the blue truck, came out afterwards. There is also a Volvo AR truck in 17, which also includes a fifth wheel hitch. But I just have the Scanias. I have the MAN trucks. There we go, and drop that there. Because the other nice thing about this truck is it has a front 3-point hitch and PTO. Not that I've used it on this farm. I think it's got a PTO at the back as well. Yeah, right through the bumper. But that's in part because the whole system uses a PTO. If you're running a tipper on the back or on the trailer, you need the PTO to tip them up. But on the Oldstream farm, I put a wood chipper on the front of this thing and killed a lot of trees. You run up, you chainsaw the tree, and then you run the truck into it with a tipper bed on the back and haul the wood chips away. Very efficient. Not very realistic. Okay, we got a few left there. Then we can start on those other piles. Still got money flowing in, so the tipper's still working at the BGA. I mean, I could, once I've moved... Oh, there we go. 29,000 done. We need to go and get the tipper from the BGA again. But I could put a flat tipper on the back of this once we're done. Actually, there are some big tippers. Oh, seriously? What'd you do that for? Yeah. Very, very carefully. So I do not want to affect those 2 row deep stacked. One more. Come on, there we go. Okay. Try not to fall over this time. I think because the ground is not exactly flat level here. Ah, it's done it again. That makes, yeah, the problem is that makes stacking on it difficult. So what we'll do is okay. We'll move a little bit over to the left. That's a lot over to the left. Okay. Do that. And shuffle it about to there. Oh,